Right, Jess. Jess, good girl, good girl.
I've brought my best friend Rafiki here along for the ride. He doesn't seem too keen right now, but today we are going to meet a Team GB Olympic athlete and his dog Jess. You ready, Raf? Let's go and meet them. So Tom, for people that don't know you, could you introduce yourself and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Tom Bosworth and I'm Britain's #1 Olympic race walker.
Proud to say that, aren't you?
Very proud, of course.
And more importantly, can you introduce us to your dog?
This is my 13-month-old black lab, Jess, who's probably the joy of my life.
Where did the name Jess come from? As she eats the tunnel over there.
Jess. Where did it? Well, we were going through names in the car, and Jess, come here. Yeah, we're going through names as we're bringing her home, and we find it funny because it's kind of a human name. She's pretty much our child, so that's kind of, we settled on Jess. Jess, what's this? What's this, Jess?
She's loving playing with that tunnel. Does she have a favourite kind of toy? I noticed you were playing with some sort of peanut butter.
She loves any food, but her favourite toys are usually dinosaurs, but she tends to destroy them as well. So
dinosaurs. We gave away our last dinosaur to Sergio in episode 1, but I do believe we have a little toy for Jess right now from the Sportsman. We can't come and not bring you a gift, of course. It's a little lamb, a sheep. There you go, Jess.
What'd you say?
Have you taught Jess any tricks?
So she can lay down. She can give me her paw. We're teaching her at the moment to roll over and play dead and things like that. So she's actually got really good agility and she picks things up so quick.
Well, we might test that out later, Tom, with the agility course.
Well, yeah.
And you've started an Instagram page. How's that been going?
Well, yeah, I mean, she generates more interest than my own social media accounts. So people are like, and if we don't post anything about her for a while, people are like, we want our pictures of Jess. So.
What do you think the worst thing she's ever done is? Go on.
She's chewed a lot of. We're getting a new kitchen now, but we've delayed that by a long way because she tends to chew, as she's doing right now, everything and anything.
She's really having a go at that tunnel.
But she's found the sheep, so that's better.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Lamb she has. Oh. So yeah, she destroyed a lot of things when we first got her. So like
skirting boards.
Skirting boards.
That's the main
kitchen,
one,
cupboard doors. But you know what? She's pretty well behaved. She knew to sit pretty quickly when she wanted food, so she learned stuff so quick.
What's she like with other dogs then?
Nah, whenever she meets another dog out on the field or something, they just run for miles and hours. It's brilliant.
Have you ever had cats?
No, I'm not a cat fan.
Why do you think dogs are better than cats?
Even though they love food, they're not always just about food. They can keep you company. No, Jess!
Is she ripping it?
No, sit, good girl. Yeah, they keep you company. They tend to do what they're told sometimes, and yeah, I feel like they really know their owners. So that's kind of, you get a connection with them rather than. I don't think you get that so much with cats.
I think cats will go to anyone who feeds them.
Yeah.
And around the neighbours and everything. Whereas dogs are loyal, aren't they? Especially Labradors.
Yeah.
Tom, I think we should take her for a walk or something.
Yeah, burn some energy off.
Go on then, let's let Raf out. So Tom, race walker, how do you get into a sport like race walking?
Well, to be honest, I just kind of joined my local club, athletics club, and there happened to be a walks coach there. I think it's a bit more common at athletics clubs down south than it is up north. And yeah, to be honest, I wasn't any good at running, I wasn't any good at cross country or the walking either. I just did it to keep fit. My parents encouraged me, and I just enjoyed it, and I never dreamt it would bring me to this level. I enjoy a bit of running or whatever, so I can run I think my PB for a 5k is like 16 minutes, which is pretty alright going, but nothing like special. So I've always kind of wondered, I wonder what I could do for a 10k or half marathon if I turn my hand to running. But you know, I enjoy race walking so much. I've kind of really tried to bring the event kind of back into athletics a bit, and so yeah. I like beating people who are running whilst I'm walking.
Yeah. I was going to ask, but you've just answered the question. So you can run faster than you can walk?
I can, yeah, just.
So your PB for 5k is 18
and a half minutes, yeah.
It's not bad, is it?
For most would be like, they would love that, to run that. So
yeah.
When I kind of put it into perspective, the times sort of thing that I walk, and people are like, blimey, I can't even run that fast.
And you mentioned you had a world record, which Which event is that in? Is that
Yeah,
right?
so for the mile walk, for the 3,000 metres indoors and the 3,000 metres outdoors, so I've got 3.
Blimey.
So yeah,
Not bad. Is that
So-
your preferred distance then? Or
I
do you
like
prefer-
the short ones because they're in the stadium. They're kind of, it's just gun goes and it's guts out to the kind of end really. Yeah. And 20k is like the Olympic distance, the international distance.
Yeah.
So they mean more, but really, yeah, I love entertaining a crowd and putting race walking on in a big athletics meet, a big TV meet. For me, really gets me going.
It's better in a stadium, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
the atmosphere is
we're going over it.
amazing.
You've won the UK indoors.
Oh yeah, always love them,
love
and British outdoors as well. They're great events. Home crowds in the UK just love sport, so it's just brilliant.
Do you like the UK indoors because you win every single year?
Yes,
the main
yeah,
part of it?
that's it. But you know, that's a 5k distance, and I'm 30 next year, so I'm going to start. My speed's going to start to kind of disappear a little bit. Hopefully not too quickly, and kind of the longer distances. Hopefully I maintain that. So I've got a few more years at my peak, I like to think, but I've got to watch out for kind of my rivals who will want to start beating me.
Right.
Oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
good work. Right, Jess.
Me.
Jess, good girl. I miss her when I'm away, and obviously I miss Harry and kind of having a bit of a normal life, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
That's World Championships didn't go. Should we have a seat?
Yeah.
Didn't quite go to plan for you. Bit agonising, wasn't it?
It was a year on from the Olympics, and kind of I had a big breakthrough race there in the Olympics, 6th place and British record and everything, and kind of we build it was a home World Championships, and the noise was incredible. It was nothing like I've ever experienced, nothing like I could have even planned for. No idea what it was going to be like, and to be fair, my head just went, the nerves just threw me. Good girl. So yeah, a lot of lessons learned, and 6-7 months later I came back and won a silver medal and broke my British record at the Commonwealth Games. So that was kind of a bit of redemption for me and put the worlds behind me, and obviously I now want to perform at this year's World Championships to make up for it.
What was the emotion like then when you got shown that red card? Was it just complete heartbreak, or were you?
Yeah. I didn't know it was coming because it all happened in a space of about 1 lap. I broke down onto the floor and just wanted the world to swallow me up, to be honest. So
You said you wanted to make amends at this World Champs.
yeah, of course.
Do you think you've learned from London?
Yeah, 100%. I think.
Rafiki. I'm trying to interview, and here's my dog. Stop it.
Yeah, I've definitely learned from it, and I'm ready for this one. I look at the World Champs as kind of the only champs I really haven't had a good performance at. So I'd like to obviously make amends for that, and I've learned enough how to win medals and break records and be at the front of races nowadays rather than just in the middle of the pack, that I can hopefully have a good performance at the World Champs to make up for it. Really, this year's kind of all a bit of a preparation year for next year's Olympic year. We've all focused on preparing me for the Olympics. So Doha, it's a night race, so it's going to be a bit unknown, a bit of a new experience for everybody. So I'm not pinning all my hopes on it. I want to learn as much as I can before Tokyo next year. And yeah, if I don't get a medal, I'd like to top 8. I've topped 8 at every other championships over the last couple of years, so a top 8 would hopefully be a minimum.
As an openly gay athlete for Team GP, what do you make of the World Champs being in Qatar? Yeah,
it's a difficult one, and the responsibility there for the safety and well-being of not only the athletes and fans attending, but just also the message that holding an international sporting event there, it all lies with the governing body who's put it in. So the IAAF in this case, it's their responsibility to ensure that, and you know, we're going there as guests and visitors, and so we will respect, and I will obviously respect whatever country I were to go to. It doesn't mean I have to agree with it or kind of even, I make it clear that probably I wouldn't ever want to kind of promote a country that can treat people in such a bad way. But as I say, we're guests and visitors to that country, and I'm sure they're going to put on a show. But it is an opportunity for the country, the governing body, the sport, to show a togetherness and show that, and you know, with athletics as well, anybody can compete in athletics, and that should be the message that comes across rather than anything political. Yeah, coming out to my friends, family, that was kind of over a longer period of my life, over a few years.
Yep.
Because I came out to my friends first and some of my teammates and that when I was a bit younger. What's up? What's up? Sit. And then I came out to my parents when I was kind of 21, because I felt I was ready. I'd met Harry and wanted to start kind of being honest with myself. And then a few years later, I did decide to come out publicly. Again, and just kind of because when it comes to the Olympic Games, everybody wants to know everything about their Olympians, and I didn't want to hide anything. And really, it was the best decision I could have ever made. I never had any idea I'd become like an LGBT role model or anything like that, because I didn't realise the issue of it in sport, that there was an issue really, that sport was so backwards. So, Jess.
Good boy.
And then a couple of years later, I had my first child, which is this one. It's a big decision to make, and make it when you're ready, when you've got your team around you. You have a reason to, so maybe you haven't met anybody yet, so there isn't any reason to kind of do it, because when you have those people around you who are supporting you, it's a hell of a lot easier, and really it's not that daunting. If you were to feel like you had to do it, you know at that point that's wrong. You should never feel like that, and so give yourself some time and wait it out, I'd say.
Talking of being in love,
yeah.
I mean,
these two
have struck up quite the relationship.
I've only met this morning.
I know, look at them. She can't stay away from him. Rafi.
We're going to have to get you a friend, aren't we, Jess?
Can we go back to the Rio Olympics?
Yeah.
That experience must have been phenomenal. Your first Olympics, and if I'm right, you got proposed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or
so
you proposed too. Which one?
I proposed.
You
yeah.
proposed.
So I finished 6th, and I think I was ranked 27th. So that was awesome. Broke the British record. I planned to propose to Harry all week, and I used the Team GB safe to keep the ring safe, and waited. We tried to do it up. Actually, we tried a couple of times in the tourist spots, but they were so busy that I kind of didn't want to do it then. I wanted it to be a bit special. So one evening on Copacabana Beach, I took Harry for a walk on there, and he was like, "Why are we going on the beach? It's windy and all horrible. I don't want sand in my shoes." I'm like, "Oh, be nice, be nice." And I gave my phone to my friend and said, "I'll take a picture when I go down on one knee." And he was like, "Oh my God, you're going to propose?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I did it, and that made just as much news back home as I think most of the performances did.
What were you more nervous for then, the proposal or the Olympics?
Oh, the Olympics. Because I was quietly confident that Harry would say yes.
I think, Tom, you should try and teach me how to race walk. Because I think that would make a lot of people in the office laugh.
Excellent, we can do that.
Let's do that. Rafi, you being a good boy. Right, so Tom, show us what we're doing then.
Right, so the technique is we've got to land with a straight leg.
Right, so it's like straight leg.
Straight leg, yeah, there you go.
And then what's the arm movement about? Is that just to keep yourself
No, well, you don't have to be like this.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's literally just like a more relaxed running arm, really.
And go as quick as you can.
Go as quick as I can.
I think only Jess can keep up with you then. Let's get back to the house and put these two to the test, I reckon.
I like the sound of that.
Right, we're back at the house. We're going to take on this obstacle course that we've got laid out. Rafi, we're going to do a demonstration and show everyone how it's done. Come on, good boy. Round it. That's it. There we go. Come on, good boy. Good boy. Yes, Rafi, this is going well. Go on. Keep going. Rafi, this way. Rafi, this way. Yes. Good boy. Stop the clock. 28.21. 28.21. Good boy. That is actually a pretty good demonstration, I think. Let's see how Tom and Jess get on. Can you beat that time? Right.
Who's got a stopwatch? Yeah.
2, 1, go.
No. Yeah, and then back. Yes. Let go. Come on. Just let go. Jess, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Yes, Jess, go. Go on. Go here, Jess. Go. Go on. Yes, Jess. Come on, Jess, no. Oh. Jess, go. Go on. Go on. Go on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Go, go. Yes. Oh.
28.22.
No.
Is that the same? No win.
Celebratory. Jess.
Right.
Oh, I'm gutted.
Well done, Tom. That was great. That was a great effort. It was great to meet you and Jess. Rafiki, we're going to have to think about whether you're allowed on again with your behaviour today. We'll see you next time, guys.